6 takes place at the Monte Carlo circuit in the Principality of Monaco. This is the qualifying show now, a new format for FF1M. And there's the circuit. There was a little bit of confusion over how many laps there were, but there will be indeed 78 laps, not 81. Last season saw Vettel dominate the race and win by an entire lap from Nico Rosberg and Christian Klein. Q1 saw the usual suspects go through, but the softer tyres seem to be performing quite considerably better than the harder tyres. FJR and Dodgem came 6th and 7th overall. SF1 once again nearly made it through with a heroic performance from Kovalainen, but not getting through there. Here are highlights from the first round of the FF2M Championship. So back to the qualifying action now at Monaco, and here we ride on board with Anthony Davidson for X-Elite. Scored a very impressive 5th place last time out at the Nürburgring. Some useful points for X-Elite there. It was a very eventful race last time out, with only 9 cars out of the 22 starters finishing. Mitchell were in fact the only team to get both cars to the finish in 8th and 9th. Buemi ahead of Trulli. And we round the Lowe's hairpin here, slowest corner of the championship. To the Portiers, right, and right again. And Davidson has a Mitchell behind him. As Davidson is soon to cross the second intermediate point. That was the corner where Marc Genet was providing the action last season. He eventually crashed out at Saint-Devote, and that's a very easy corner to get it wrong at, the swimming pool. Right, left again before into the Rascasse. It's the old Rascasse, the much tighter entry, and Davidson powers through over the line to do a 1 minute 16.4, and now it's Senna who does a 1:15. Yanni goes 5th, 1.3 behind Bruno Senna, the man that topped pre-qualifying here. Vettel is 3.5 tenths up on Senna as he rounds to back and the swimming pool section. There's a good return to form from Sebastian Vettel last time out, but the softer tyres of the Pedersen could not hang on to the harder tyres of the Guy Racing of Klein, who won the race. Vettel crosses the line to do a 1 minute 14.8, 3 tenths ahead of Senna. PK for Andy Racing. He was running around the top 8 area before he retired from the race last time out. And he's catching an FJR, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem as he nears the end of this lap. I'm sort of expecting FJR to struggle in qualifying because the harder tyres are not working as brilliantly as it appears to be in pre-qualifying. In particular, Rosberg has struggled with the harder tyres this season. Alonso has the measure of him. Both drivers retired last time out of the Nürburgring due to collisions. And here we look at Robert Kubica. He goes 3rd, half a second behind Vettel. Webber goes 9th. Make that 10th because Pantano has just gone 2nd. He's made it onto the front row. He's beaten Senna, and Bourdais goes 7th, 1 second behind Sebastian Vettel. And Alonso approaching a lot of traffic. That's cost him. He's already slower than Vettel. He only goes 18th. And Yanni goes 14th, so it must be tyre related. The FJR are not as quick as they should be. Because the car, as we've seen by Alonso winning in Imola, is not bad. They've got a decent engine, so it's got to be tyre related. We look at Kimi Raikkonen now, who at the moment is in 10th, sandwiched between Klein and Webber. Davidson only 15th, behind Buemi, Yanni and Trulli. There's Alonso down in 18th. Button down in 21st at the moment, but he hasn't set a representative lap time. Meanwhile, we look at Raikkonen, who is a quarter of a second off his teammate, but he's 3 tenths ahead of his own time. So he goes through the swimming pool and then into Rascasse. We're currently 11 minutes into the session. Now what can Raikkonen do as he crosses the line? Is this good enough to beat Pantano off the front row? No, it's 4th, and coming across, and FJR is just exiting the pits. That'll be Bourdais, I think. Senna is 600ths up on Vettel as they go through Lowe's hairpin. Senna has been very impressive in qualifying, and surely he's a contender for pole position. Into the second sector point. He's a 10th up. He's slightly increased the gap. Now he can't afford to make any mistakes in the final sector, which is where all the hard work is done. No room to breathe, except as you exit Anthony Nogues onto the start-finish straight. Senna had a crash last time out. He was trying to take the lead off somebody, and or was it second place? He was battling in the front and he spun off. Senna does go fastest, 3/10 faster than Sebastian Vettel. And we look at Senna's teammate now, Maldonado, completely outshined by Bruno Senna so far this season. Venezuelan driver, under pressure it seems. But Maldonado just goes half a second faster. What a superb lap time from Pastor. He loves this track, does Maldonado, and we've just seen that. He's just gone half a second quicker than his own teammate, Christian Klein. He goes 6th with that effort. Had a fantastic race from 14th on the grid last time out in Nürburgring to win. And it was actually his first career FF1M win. Quite hard to believe when he's in his 3rd season for gear racing. So at the moment it's a Shannon front row, followed by Vettel, Pantano. We're looking at Jenson Button now, who has improved a lot over his first sector. How does it compare against the others there? We'll find out at the second sector point sometime soon. And he's just short of Maldonado. He needs a good final sector if he's to beat the Shannon off pole position. Had those 2 wins at the start of the season as Jenson Button, but he's had 3 retirements in a row as well. 1 due to engine failure, 1 due to his own making, and 1 due to an unfortunate event in Nürburgring. But Jenson Button's going to cross the line. Where's he come with this lap? He does it! Jenson goes 200ths quicker than Maldonado and takes him off pole position. Superb final sector from the Brit. Suttil running a bit wide at the Massenet, and he's crashed it at the casino. And he was 3 seconds off, but minus 1 wheel. So here's Sebastian Buemi, another team driver on the soft tyres. What can he do with this effort? Scored his first point of the season at the Nürburgring. And this lap puts him 10th. That's a good effort. Can Davidson do anything about it? 15th, 5 places behind Buemi. Now Alonso needs something good. Struggling on this track, as his teammate Rosberg. He's only good enough for 16th though. FJRs are struggling. Now then, Suttil in the spare Andy Racing goes 7th. That's a fantastic effort. And Jenson Button's quicker than his own time. And he lowers the benchmark by 1/10 of a second. So he moves further clear of the Shannons. Alonso improves to 14th now. Now here's the grid. Jenson Button, Maldonado front row. Senna 3rd, Vettel 4th, Pantano and Raikkonen row 3. Suttil, Klein, Kubica and Hamilton completing the top 10. FJR's down in 14th and 15th. But they're on the harder tyres. See you tomorrow for the race.